My poem is titled Forgetting. But what I want to forget is not lovers that went wrong. It's not trauma or a dark phase or a depression, nor either is it pain or hurt or grief or sorrow. No, I'm all too accustomed. I have ample practice forgetting sorrow. The villain of my story, and this is where it gets really interesting, the villain of my story is happiness. Happiness feels awkward, like having sex for the first time, or a conversation with someone you once loved, but pretended to be strangers for too long to remember how to even talk anymore. So tell me, if you've ever experienced a bliss that felt like warm concrete on the underside of your feet from a childhood afternoon that you only remember in gushes of emotion, tell me how I'm supposed to forget. How I'm supposed to get back to normality without a grief-sized piston crushing my heart each time, or giving into the cynicisms that follow my thoughts into dark alleys and insist I imagined it all. They demand I chop every last bit of happiness I remember into even unidentifiable portions and feed it to them, but I don't want to forget how it felt, how I felt. I felt like the silver lettering on the spine of my favorite book, and like life was running its fingers over me softly, tracing my curves fondly, picking me up, deciding to read me once more. And in its acceptance, I untangled my knotted insides and turned them into reins that I held firm in my hands. How do I forget that I learned I didn't always have to drown to swim with the fishes? How do I forget that in the peak of a sweltering summer, I tasted rain on my tongue? I walked bare feet and let the petrichor occupy all the spaces in between. It's raining real droplets now. It's lighting wet pavements in a way that inspires poetry. But the only emotion I feel is nostalgia. The thing about nostalgia, let me tell you, is that she is really, really sexy. Her dark, gloomy mannerisms add to her sultry charm. The kind of partner that everyone in the room envies. The kind of lover that makes for a raunchy one-night stand. But I should warn you, she will poison your coffee if you don't leave in the morning, so don't get attached. But with me, she refuses to let go of my hands. She plants soft kisses on my neck, occasionally convincing me this was love. Oh, darling, darling, holster a gun in the hole you're carving in my torso and shoot me, for death is better than making dry love to you each night. You smile as you cling on to me after, and I stay to cuddle each time, because I'm a sucker like that, but I know the truth. I know it really. You're just testing me, aren't you? Trying to find out if I'll jump off a cliff to see if I can fly. But I knew I couldn't long before you came by. There's an odd knot in the hollow of my collarbones these days. And no matter how much I try to swallow it away, it won't go away. It's nostalgia. My seductress, she's a bitter loser. She slipped the addictive pill of longing from her endless repository into my tea. She sits and sips the rest of it as she watches me gag. I'm choking now. It's real. I'm choking. I can't breathe anymore. I'm choking. It's not funny. Stop. But she doesn't stop. She doesn't let me forget.